What's up, guys? Today we have a special guest. We have Madison Nguyen, who is actually the first council member ever elected that is Vietnamese American. And actually, Madison, could you tell us a bit about yourself and what you've done around mobile homes?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's up, Franco? I'm so happy to be here to talk about the importance of protecting and preserving mobile home parks in Santa Clara County. I'm here at this beautiful home and I can't wait to see, the inside of it. Even though I've been around a lot of mobile homes before, but this is my first time in Sunnyvale, so I'm really excited about this opportunity. So I've served on the San Jose City Council for almost 10 years, from 2005 to 2014. And when the issue around mobile homes came to the City Council because a developer was trying to convert one of the mobile home parks in San Jose into condos, I was the first council member who stepped up and said, no, this cannot happen. We need to preserve and protect mobile home tenants or residents, and we need to do everything we can to preserve mobile home parks in the city of San Jose. And I will continue to do that throughout Santa Clara County, as that is one of my biggest priority in my platform as I'm running now for Santa Clara County Supervisor.
Totally. Yeah, and I'm excited to kind of dive into that too. But yeah, we are in this mobile home park right now that is in Sunnyvale. You can kind of see that out there, but I want to give you a tour of one of these homes. You got your living room, you have your kitchen. We call this the great room whenever we're building these homes, where it's a ton of space, perfect for entertaining and that sort of thing, and lots of great finishes. We got quartz countertops, stainless steel appliances. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And you also have a laundry area in your home, which is actually a big perk for a lot of people compared to when you're living in apartments and that sort of thing. And this is the master bedroom, right? So you have your bathroom and you actually have a separate den out there. But let's go over back to the front area. I want to ask you a lot more about housing and that sort of thing. So Madison, I know you've already done a lot. I actually, I really appreciate what you've done around Winchester Mobile Home Park. That was a big case and there was a lot going on, a lot of drama, and I know you're a big part of that. So could you actually tell the audience that don't know what you've done, what were you doing as far as your relation with that whole incident at Winchester Mobile Home Park?
Yeah, sure. So again, when I was on the San Jose City Council, a developer was interested in converting the Winchester Ranch Mobile Home Park into condos or condominiums. And so residents of the Winchester Ranch Mobile Home Parks came to me and said, we're all seniors. We do not want to move out of here. We've spent our lives at these mobile home park, and we don't want to lose our home, and we don't want to be uprooted to another city or another state, for example. And so I just thought it was just ludicrous that people can just come in and trying to uproot families out of their community. So I stood up with the residents, and we had so many different types of meetings at the mobile home parks, meeting at City Hall, meeting in my office, meetings out in the community, trying to preserve their homes. And so we worked with them. And I continue to work with them even though after I left the city council, because I just feel that it's so important to protect and preserve all the mobile home parks in San Jose and in Santa Clara County, because obviously these are people's homes. You just can't go in and uproot them, right? Yeah. And as a matter of fact, instead of not just in preserving, protecting, we should continue to support more mobile home parks in our county, because to me, essentially, that is a type of affordable housing that we all talk about all the time, because the cost of living is so high, everything is so expensive in our county, and if we can help families purchase the first mobile home and have a place for them, a safe place for them to live and to raise a family, that would be a goal of mine.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that brings me actually to a big question, because one of the biggest concerns for a lot of these mobile home residents is that, hey, if one day a developer decides, because value here in this area, it's always, can go up in a matter of a year or so. What if a place like Google decides to redevelop this, rezone this? That's a big fear for a lot of these mobile home residents. What do you feel like you would be doing as far as helping protect mobile home residents and their asset? Because this is a home that they've put a lot of investment in, and many of these families, this is all that they have.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. So, when we're talking about mobile home parks and what can we do to preserve and protect mobile home parks, there is the good news that there is a meeting that's coming up on the San Jose City Council. That's just for the city of San Jose, but if it's successful San Jose, we can certainly introduce that in other cities throughout Santa Clara County, including Sunnyvale, for example. But the issue is around how can we come up with a mobile home park zoning to preserve mobile home parks in the city of San Jose. What does that mean? That means that if this ordinance is passed by the San Jose City Council, then if a developer wants to convert a mobile home park into something else, they would have to come before the city council, and that has to be deliberated and voted on. So it's another layer, in terms of protection for mobile home park tenants to keep and preserve their home. And so this is something that I look forward to coming out with residents to support. If there is a meeting at the San Jose City Council in the future, which I think there is in either late October or November, then I would stand with the mobile home park tenants and make sure that we fight and protect these mobile homes.
That's amazing. Anything, I wanted to give you the floor and let you talk about, affordable housing, and then after that I want to talk about what you're running for as well. Where do you see affordable housing today, and how can we help keep, how do we allow, because there's a lot of going on. There's low inventory, home prices are insane in this area. How are people able to start their wealth building journey or have a stepping stone, and how can we help middle class citizens that don't already own homes get into home ownership?
Right.
Is there anything that you, or how do you see this going about, and how do you see the current problem and resolving it?
So one of my top platforms for my campaign is how can the county help low-income families, particularly, and also seniors, to create what I call a ladder of upward mobility. How can we help people to get better? Because the role of the government is really to lend a helping hand when people need it the most. I'll just if you want to indulge me, I'll just take a couple of minutes to tell you a little bit about my background. So I grew up in Modesto, in a very small town. Well, it was small back then, but not so small now. But I grew up in a small town called Modesto. I came from a family with 9 children.
Wow.
And so when I first came to America from Vietnam, obviously my mom and dad, they didn't have any professional skills. So we grew up in an agricultural town. So that means that when we turned around the age of 12, preteen, we all had to go work with our parents in the farms and the fields in Patterson and Wesley. Those are the smaller towns off of Interstate 5. So I started picking like fruits, pretty much anything that grew under the sun at the age of 12.
Yeah.
I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning. My mom and dad would pack all of us in the back of a truck, drove us for 45 minutes to Patterson, and we start working at 5:30 in the morning, picking apricots, nectarine, peaches, anything that you can imagine. We cut them, we can them, that's the work that I did. That's my first job.
Wow.
And I never get to see a penny of what I made because it all went to the family to make sure that we have food on the table and a safe place. And so because we were so poor, we were recipients of Stanislaus County different types of programs and services. For example, we live in a Section 8 housing. We had cash and food stamps programs. I had free lunches. I grew up eating a lot of government cheese. But I was a happy kid, and the reason I was happy because I live in a safe environment. It was our house, even though it was rented. It was our house. But I think when you grow up in such a humble background like that, you understand how important it is to keep a family together. Because of the hardship that I had. I worked really hard every day. I went to school, I got good grades, and I was able to go to college because my parents always said that the way to get out of poverty is if you become self-sufficient, right? And you go to college and you make something of yourself. And so because of that background, I always work to make sure that I do everything I can to help people that actually just need a helping hand at the start, and then help them to become self-sufficient, help them to climb the upward mobility ladder. And that's what I see the role of government, and I see the role of Santa Clara County. And so, in the work that I do, everything that I do, I want to make sure that we bring benefits and amenities to as many people as we possibly can in our county.
That's amazing, and I love that story, and that's so important that you're protecting that, and you're so right about how a home can really make a family feel safe. And that's, without talking too much about us, but that's why our team loves mobile homes so much, because we see that an immigrant family or a working class family, this becomes their first step to financial freedom. We see families that tear up because they thought they were never going to be able to feel financially free or ever own something in this area, and these mobile homes are allowing that rung on one of those ladders, right? And it allows for people to have a chance. So that's amazing that you do that. If you could tell us a bit about your new position you're going for and that sort of thing. And I know it's very exciting, so tell us more about that.
Sure. So I am a candidate for Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors. I will be one of the 5 members of the Board of Supervisors. And so for those who, maybe not as well-versed in terms of the services and the programs that the county provides, the county is really in charge of human and health services. What does that entail? That entails pretty much programs around the jail, the main jail, Elmwood, the hospital, mental health issues, homelessness, affordable housing. These are the issues and the programs that make up quality of life for residents in Santa Clara County. And so our platform is all around how do we work to reduce and eliminate homelessness in our county, and how can we bring accountability to county government. And also, how can we work with developers to build more affordable housing for families, especially low-income families and seniors in our county. So those are the issues that I'm working on every day. We go out there and we canvass every single day, and we talk to voters and we ask them, what do you imagine? What do you envision a county that can work for you? What do we need to do as county leaders to bring the types of services and programs to make your life better? So those are the questions that we ask when we go out there. And I have so many different ideas in terms of how we can make this county work for everyone. But today it's about affordable housing, so I want to focus on that. And it's just so important because, as we know, especially post-COVID or post-pandemic, the cost of living has gone up, right? Gases, groceries, all that has gone up. The cost of housing has gone up. So if there's any way that we can actually help people to look at ways where they can actually purchase a home, have a sense of home ownership, it is so important. And I want to be, an elected official that people can always rely on to help them if they need any help in terms of upward mobility, how they can improve their quality of life, and then also have a sense of belonging in Santa Clara County. I think that's really important because I think sometimes when we get so busy with our lives, we forget about civic pride. And I think that's also very important to live in a community where you feel very proud to live here and to tell your friends that, hey, I live in Santa Clara County. It's a beautiful place. It's a place that cares about its residents. And those are the issues that I think is really important for us to continue to talk to voters about. Yeah.
Well, awesome. It's been so awesome hearing your story and why you're so passionate. It's no wonder that you're so passionate about affordable housing and mobile home parks, because you've experienced it and you know how difficult it is, and you know how important it is to have a home and feel comfortable in a home. And so many people need that, and we need to protect that for everyone. So thanks for being here, and I'm excited for your journey, and however I can help too, I'd be happy to.
Thank you so much.